Hey, welcome back to the channel. I wanted to give you a small update on my product which I launched last week on ProductHunt. I've already launched a couple of products on ProductHunt, but it's been a while since I reached like top 10 or even top 5 product of the day. Resume did really well like 3 years ago now, I think, and reached even first place on the platform. So to cut to the chase, we made it to the first place on that day. And here's how I did it. Launching on ProductHunt and trying to reach the top 5 spot can be super demanding and stressful. After your product has been launched, you want to reply to all the comments and feedback people have on your product. You want to promote your product on all the social media platforms you have, and you want to put it on all the newsletters you own. And on top of that, you have to give customer feedback and make sure your product is still working and running. And that for at least 16 hours, so the whole day. That's also why it took so long to create a new video, because I was just a bit tired. The most important thing is still the initial phase of your launches. You need to accumulate as much upvotes as you can. Of course, not with the help of bots, with actual human beings, but after the first couple of hours, you will get ranked, and that will most likely define your placing at the end of the day. A couple of years ago, you could just share your product with your coworkers and push your product directly to first place, and it will stay there because it's the first item on the list. So more people will just see the first product of that day. That's why ProductHunt has made the change to not show the upvotes and have a different kind of sorting each time a different person visits the website. Remember when I said you can't see your position for the first couple of hours? Well, Tom mentioned a website where you can actually see at which position you are, and also a prediction at which position you will end at the end of the day. It's called productwars2.com. And yeah, you can just go to the site after you have launched your product and see how your product performs there. And you can already see which position you are, how many comments you get per hour, how many upvotes you get per hour, and see a projection of where you might land at the end of the day. So I shared ResumePhoto.ai everywhere I could. I posted it on LinkedIn, I posted it on Twitter, I used my newsletters, all newsletters I had, like the one from 7 To Do's, from Chapterize, my own newsletter, and that helped me to get the initial traction to reach the 4th place after the first couple of hours. Being top 5 also means people can still see your product on that day without clicking on see more products, which is a huge deal because most people are just lazy and they will only see the first 5 products. I got a ton of great feedback on the platform. I also got a few critics and some issues we encountered along the way. I mean, it's still an early product. I still have bugs in there. Some images might look weird, but overall the launch was pretty amazing. So after the launch, there's one big common issue I have discovered. People who are not happy with the product tend to upload pretty bad images of themselves, which will result in pretty bad generated images for their headshots. For example, one person added 4 pictures. 2 of them were they took a picture from a picture and added it to the platform, which is already terrible. They also uploaded images from across multiple years, so they look very different in one picture than in the other, which will, of course, result in bad images because the AI can't figure out how you look right now. And the last thing, a lot of people have just cropped out their face from a group image, and the quality is of course pixelated and also not ideal. And yeah, of course, we had a person who did all of the above. Bad quality pictures across multiple years and took a picture of a picture. I mean, come on. And I already have an idea how I can do this. I will use AI to score the images from 1 to 10 and tell them upfront, hey, please change the image here, because if you use this image, you will get bad results. And the second takeaway from the launch is I need to set expectations. So since I'm using AI to generate these images, it's just impossible to get 16 images perfectly looking like you without any hiccups from AI. AI is not perfect yet and it will do mistakes. So sometimes you will have 6 fingers instead of 5, and sometimes it's just really small things like the shape of your eyes, the shape of your nose, maybe your mouth. There are so many variables and it's really hard to get everything perfect every time. What I need to do is tell them upfront, hey, from the 16 images you get, 2, maybe 4 images will look great. So yeah, over the last week, I put in a lot of effort and improvements into ResumePhoto. So for example, a couple of days before, the images looked like they had this Instagram kind of filter over them. And I found a way how I can make the skin look more natural and real. And here's an example how it looked before and how it will look like from now on. Pretty good difference, I would say. Oh yeah, and we made a couple of new sales. So here's the updated revenue I made from ProductHunt. Around 2 to 3 weeks have passed now, so this is not a crazy amount of money, but it's also not bad. A lot of opportunities came from a good product launch. You will get people interested in your product, companies interested in your product. I have a couple of calls next week to figure out if they want to use ResumePhoto for their company, which is a great thing. So being one of the top products on ProductHunt is not just about the revenue, it's also about getting in contact with other companies and other interesting people and start new collaborations. Is this easy to replicate? I don't think so. It helps a lot if you have a large audience. The larger your audience, the better you will do on ProductHunt. So what's the takeaway for you? I guess it's just start now, launch products, build products, post on social media, and start gaining an audience. So what comes next? So another great platform to launch your product is Hacker News. Hacker News is a platform from Y Incubators. It's a little bit of hit or miss. You can gain a lot of traffic on the platform, but you can also just be unseen and get no traffic at all. But I saw a few tutorials how I could do well on Hacker News, so I will try those out and let you know in the next video. People have asked about the tech stack I'm using right now for building my products. If you're interested in that, please let me know in the comments so I can make a video for you. So that's it from my side. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please leave a thumbs up so I can create more videos like this for you. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Bye.